This video is to help new players see my perspective and reasonings of how I play squad. I will try to teach the basics for new players, so I will be repeating myself often throughout the video. So when you join the game, you want to look at the two factions to look at the uniforms. That way, in game, if you need to shoot someone quickly, you can distinguish friend from foe.
Advance and secure. Marines, push out and secure all objective areas.
You also want to be checking your vehicles for the layer. See what type of vehicles they have if you need to play AT. See what the squad needs. If you were the squad leader, go ahead and ask the fire support roles to change to AT. You can only have 3 per squad, and then for the specialist, you can only have 2 for the whole team.
Oh, the middle seat. Oh, did I get a drink?
So what the squad leader was doing, he was changing the construction and ammo to suit what his fobs were going to be like. So right here, the construction and the ammo. Generally for conventional factions, you normally need only 600 for HAB and ammo crate. And then depending on what you're going to create for your fobs, if you're going to have tow emplacements or repair stations.
Get a drink.
For Narva, the most common route would be this main road and this middle railroad and the southern road for the BTR and Tiger pushes. For fobs, the most common placements would be train, somewhere to the north, usually around hospital, around here. And sometimes at fuel storage would be common fob placements for the middle cap. Of course, if you're new to squad, you can go and look at squad lanes to see where the relevant areas could be. Just choose your map, your layer, where it could be going to, whether the first, second flag can show you where the flag could be going to. That way you can help. If you're a new squad leader, it could be more relevant for the team. Generally, I would give like a hello to the squad leader to make sure he knows that I have a mic. And as a squad leader, you should also give mic checks just to see who has them in your squad and if you want to make them as FTLs. I would give AT FTLs and pair them with riflemen as well so they could get more shots off. And if they need to, the AT can put marks down and you could give them raging as SL. So here I was saying about the armor for the layer. You can see how we have the medium heavy armor. And so as a hat, I'll be focusing more on these type of vehicles.
BTRs should be pretty easy. We'll see.
So if you were a squad leader, I would say go ahead and put move marks of where you plan to go to and to create the fob creation, so other squad leaders and teammates can know where fobs are going to be placed. And of course, as a regular role, it cannot hear the command comms, whether they're discussing where they're going to put their fobs or not.
I'm confused.
So as a T, I was just making sure my rocket was out already. That way, if we were to meet up with, example, a Tiger or a BTR, I can immediately get out. And of course, when you get out of vehicle, always reloads your rockets for whatever reason. But at least it's already. I don't need to select it when I get out.
Oh, damn. Okay. We'll go with what?
Alright, where do you guys want to go? Command's got nothing
Infantry
for us.
marks.
So there, the squad leader was asking where we should go. As always, your main objective in the beginning of the game is try to control as much of the middle ground as you can. Place your fobs somewhere in the middle of the map, since it's easier to get your fobs closer towards the enemies in the enemy side in the beginning of the game.
I'm addicted to habanero.
Mango habanero?
I got a habanero puree.
So there we go. When you're going to get back caps, only need, I think it's only 9 people to get the full chevron cap. So if you have another squad already there, tell them to move off. You only need a max 9 people, I believe, to get the full cap. If there was a squad leader with a Logi, he should have taken that Logi and head somewhere else. I would not recommend putting radios on your first flag. If an enemy engineer was to come find the radio, that's a potential 20 ticket loss. So this squad 3 right here, putting a hab on this gas station. If I was him, I would come to these other areas right here. It is closer to the middle, and these are more likely to be middle caps instead of the second flag area. So as AT, I want to go towards the possible route that the enemies would take. So I'm just going to be heading to the south main road. You want to get
I'm gonna head a
audio.
little southeast, just in case a BTR rolls up.
You'll be listening for audio and for visual. That we can give callouts.
Yep, I hear BTR on the south main road. Maybe at the rail tracks.
So squad had each faction has distinguishable auditory for their vehicles, such as the Russian Logi and the BTR. That way you can distinguish what type of vehicle
Yep,
it is.
rail tracks. He's heading west
It just takes time to learn
towards
that.
Squad 3.
So just listen for audio cues. Check your map. If I heard a vehicle to the south and there's no friendly vehicle icon there, then I know it's an enemy vehicle.
Go ahead and set up a radio. Yep.
So what this squad leader was doing, he was just waiting to see where the flags could go. The pro and con is you don't lose 20 tickets in case you, for whatever reason, get wiped out. But the con is if you do decide to set up a hab, then, and if you do die, then you don't have a
I'm going
place to
Old
spawn.
Hospital.
Rallies can get easily burned, either by a vehicle rolling by.
Yeah, move the Logi just a little bit north. We're going to make a super fortress at hospital.
If you do plan to put a radio down and then you find it irrelevant, you could just dig it down and you will not lose 20 tickets.
I hear
So there, I just audio cue. I hear some sort of vehicle to the far east.
Vehicle to the east.
Take truck north.
Maybe a Tiger east or Logi. Let me know what you see, Isa.
If you have not done so already, I recommend changing the role icons on instead of the player having the arrow icon. That way, if you need to call out like machine gunner or grenadier, you can give callouts easier for them.
Unload everything, drop it back.
So, if I was squad leader, I would not be giving the full unload of construction and ammo. I normally do 600-700 construction. If I need to, I can always use the supplies in the Logi to move off to other areas of the map if I need to. And yes, even though Narva is a smaller map, we could get our Logi refilled. I would still rather just get the 600 construction and then create another fob somewhere
Here
else.
the Tiger is northeast.
If you're going to be capping, make sure not to cluster together. Try to spread out. That way, no, all the cappers don't get wiped out. And here's what I was saying about the chevrons. I think it's 5 chevrons for max cap. And what I'm saying about max cap is the rate. The more players you have on the flag, up to 9, I believe, the faster the cap rate goes.
Someone's marching.
So there, I just saw an enemy icon, BTR icon just marked, and you want to give callouts to. If I was a squad leader, I would give callouts to the rest of the squad leaders. And since I'm just telling our Logi, hey, be careful about this potential BTR.
A lab near our main. Watch out, Logi. Or BTR me.
If you were on defense, always get 360 visual. Don't cluster up looking one direction. Always have your squad looking in each direction just in case enemy flanks. Example, if that BTR dropped troops off. If he had troops off, they could be pushing. So always have 360 visual.
I was looking for him.
We're gonna set up an observation post here.
Clearing the objective.
So with the next flag marked, it's neutral, meaning the team could potentially capture this flag before the enemy does, and we won't know until we see the red start. Then that means the enemy's already captured their part of the
Should move
flag
off
caps.
before they get on.
So if you see a white flag, quickly get a vehicle or whatever squad's closest and quickly get onto the next flag.
Fuel storage,
Don't
yeah.
wait for the enemies to capture it.
If we can make it fuel storage before they get to it. Squad 3 should really move off though. He's closest.
So what the squad leader was saying was we should stay for defense. And in his mind, I'm assuming he's thinking the enemies are going to capture fuel storage before we could get there. But the problem is, if you have the mentality of waiting to see what happens, then you are going to lose that the push to get to the neutral flag. And then that means this will then be the defense flag. So always be pushing for neutral flags as quick as possible.
Let's just defend Old Hospital for a minute. We may or may not use these construction. Just defend this point.
I'll be on the west side in case this lab BTR moves up.
You want me to take the full load down to fuel storage where I assume 3 sitting up a lot have?
So what this marksman was asking was to bring the Logi to Squad 3. And of course, that's always the better option, to give a Logi to the more relevant squad, the relevant areas of the map. I would not be giving supplies to my squad right now because we are not relevant. Of course, we do need the Logi for the ride, but if Squad 3 is closer to the fuel storage right now, he's the one who needs the Logi for more priority. So always think of this game as relevancy. Who's more relevant, where the relevant areas are, and of course tickets. So even though we have enemies on our east, let me get back to the map. Even though we have enemies on this east side right here, I would still think of them as flanking around. So always get your guys to have 360 visual. That way, in case the enemies flank around.
Let's go south.
Are we getting in the Humvee or waiting for Lachi?
He can run.
So of course the Humvee could transport us faster to where we need to go. So if you see a vehicle, go ahead and use it. Unless of course another squad is using it.
Oh, we're lucky.
Keep moving west, guys. We need to get to the next flag.
So I'm not sure what I was thinking at this point. I may have been thinking east, but I misspoke west. But if I was thinking west, I was probably thinking fuel storage is going to be our defense flag. If I meant south, then I may have misspoken to get ready for the next potential flag in this area.
Moving west.
So there was an icon for the BTR. Don't know if it's accurate yet or not. No one's called it out.
AT, you got eyes?
Nope, but I do hear a tiger to my south.
So like I was saying, auditory, you just want to listen for vehicles or wait for someone to give callouts.
BTR is...
BTR is gonna eradicate us.
It's a coming.
There's 2 of them.
So main problem right now is the whole squad right now is clustered together. If that BTR was lucky to see them, he could easily wipe them out. I believe they are inside of buildings right now, so it'd be hard for the BTR to see them.
Now.
That's why you should always spread out. Don't give the enemies opportunities to wipe the whole squad.
The resistance will fight again against
it's
exterminated
heading
scum.
north up the main
Just
drag.
don't fucking move. Don't move. Lay down and just...
So what this guy is saying is pretty valid. Don't give the reason for the BTR to see you. If you can't damage or kill him, then just hide.
Like a T-Rex.
Yeah.
They're both going north.
So there is, the next flag just popped up. If we had the Logi in the beginning of the game, we could have easily then be pushing to the next. So there we saw Squad 2 Lav die. I believe my squad was saying there was 2 BTRs together. So I would recommend, as Armour, try to stick together. Don't go soloing out. I believe the Lavs have higher health than the BTR, but it's still always good to pair up the BTRs or other vehicles together. just like what the
Oh,
enemies
fuck,
did.
thanks, dude. Almost passed out there.
So I'm just scanning in case enemy were looking this way or a vehicle was there.
Are you guys trying to live forever? Run to this move mark.
So in my mind, I'm thinking two things. Either I could help my squad try to get the attack flag, or as a hat, which only 2 people can have in the whole team, I can try to help kill whatever enemy armor is on fuel storage. So just make up the decision. Depends on the situation. See where you're needed.
Hey, Logi, I would hold back. There may be BTRs
So
coming.
I haven't called it out yet, but that in the background is an enemy Logi. In this whole area, I just heard an enemy Logi.
Or if you want, Logi, come far east towards our first half. Meet up with squad leader. Logi on the west of Hat.
So whenever you give callouts, don't say enemy on me or vehicle on me, whatever. Try to say either your gamer tag or your role. Role. That way your squad knows who's calling out.
Isa, there's a Logi coming on our west side. Maybe, yep, on our mid road. He's coming on this road. Isa, get ready to light him up. To your west, Isa.
On the railroad tracks?
Nope, on me. They're on me.
Squad leader, I'm headed to your towards your move mark.
So I was thinking that a squad leader was getting a radio down, and that's why if you ever see a Logi, always push the Logi and try to find a radio.
No, I was gonna try to get
The radio is
somewhere
20
where we're at.
tickets, and it denies them a potential push for our defense flag.
I'll be there in about 20 seconds.
We're gonna take yellow building.
I can tell there is no radio round because there is no static noise that a radio would make.
They should be to the west.
So what would happen is this Logi driver probably was bringing the Logi away from the hab.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is some. Killed one. He's to the left here, around the corner of this building.
Squad
Drive
leader,
that Logi
you're next to radio.
Nice kill.
I got him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm gonna come right over
Watch
the
out,
side.
yellow house.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow.
Northwest yellow house.
Roger.
So even though I killed the guy, you still want to give call out where they came from. If you give call out if he was on this direction, that means a hab or rally could be in this direction.
Maybe a hab
I can
closer to
blow
the
this
west
up with
side.
a 249, can't I?
Yeah, just go
so
prone and shoot the engine. Stand back about 30 feet.
So what we were just discussing, I would always recommend destroying vehicles, especially Logis. There is the tactic of leave the Logi disabled so the enemies would have to retrieve it. But if that Logi had supplies and if enemy's SL was lucky enough to sneak and get a radio down, he could get another hab set up. So I just recommend just always blowing up Logis. You could kill the 5 tickets right now, and later on, if they pull out the vehicle again, they killed another 5 tickets.
Oh, I thought about it, dude. Your name didn't show up for half a second. And I forgot what team I'm on.
Watch out more west.
So right now, I'm just trying to look for the hab. The most common spots in this area would be buildings that look like these, the barns. They're big enough to house the hab, cover the hab. So try to look for these big buildings on Narva.
I need to have built on me.
I want to see if I can make another run back in the same way I just came.
I didn't want to put it on me.
Oh, check south.
So every time you see an enemy player, it kind of gives you a clue of where their hab could be.
I want to put it on me.
So I killed enemy over here, and then I believe one over here. So it kind of gives an idea of where they could be coming from.
Oh, check south.
Nice.
Is anybody down there with you, SL?
So the guy who killed me is right here, but if you can tell, the enemy hab is in this barn right there.
Yeah.
Oh, hab's out.
So what I just said, there was infantry right there, and the enemy hab was in this building. And as squad leaders or FTLs, try to mark it on the map, and then SLs put the fob creation on so we can look for the radio.
Hab south in that barn. Hey, Isa, to your northwest, that barn is the hab.
If you need to, you can put it in team chat, the K button. You can say Delta 676 enemy hab, whatever the coordinates are. You can put it in the team chat. And so just really realizing it right now, how we were losing fuel storage. I was too preoccupied about this whole area right here. As a squad leader, you want to be looking at the whole part of the map. You want to be looking at the attack. You want to be looking at defense and possible enemy hab locations. If you see your defense flag falling and the attack flag has not even been touched yet, then you should probably move back to defense or help with the new attack flag.
We should probably get ready for...
That way, we're not wasting all our build ammo for this about to be irrelevant area. Always look at relevant areas of the game.
Old hospital. We lost fuel storage.
If we were taking towers, it could have been a double neutral, but since the towers were not touched at all, don't assume you can capture it by the time the enemies do capture fuel storage.
Direct south.
Up.
Don't worry about towers, guy, unless y'all find a radio and you start moving back to old hospital.
Sorry, that's a bad Charlie mark. Don't worry.
So whenever you get picked up, you will be in a just wait for it. This red icon right here. If you get killed right after you get picked up with this red icon active, that means you will be dead, and you will automatically lose one ticket for the team. So if a medic is nearby, be sure to let him heal you all the way so this icon can go away.
Sorry, that's a bad Charlie mark. Don't worry
And
about
of course, the same guy killed me again. I should have called that out if I knew where he was.
The hab.
So kind of explaining to Isa, in my opinion, it's more important to be killing enemy habs at this point. If you kill their habs, then they can't be defending / attacking. Destroy their spawn points. So there I am,
this
terrible typer.
We're gonna need backup to take this point.
But on the team chat, I can say where the enemy hab is.
Yep, Isa to your northeast is the burn is the hab. Let me know if it's accurate.
I killed one. Might be. I'll check it out.
So I don't know if it was FTO or my squad leader who did it, or if it was another squad leader did it. But if I was the squad leader or FTO, I would be marking it for the rest of the team to see. And like I was saying, everyone right here, of course, 2-3 minutes ago was irrelevant, but they are about to be relevant now for defense. This squad right here is not relevant anymore. They should be moving off to these two areas.
Get back over here.
So just audible of a Logi
No,
passing
we
by.
can't. We either go to old hospital or go to fuel storage. We're not relevant here no more.
So it may sound rude what I'm saying about relevancy, but it is part of the game to know where you should be positioned for your team.
Unless our team can reclaim it.
Yeah.
But there is an enemy hab far west.
So in my mind right now, I'm thinking it's more important to get the 20 tickets and to help with the soon-to-be attack flag. So that's where my mindset is right now.
If you're on towers, be sure to look for radio. Try to get those 20 tickets.
So if you see a UAV, enemy UAV, I believe it's they said 25, 30 mils can destroy UAVs. I'm not sure if 50 cals can do it, but if you see enemy UAV up and you're in APC, go ahead, try to shoot it down. I'm not sure about 50 cals.
I'm gonna blow up this enemy Logi.
So like I was saying earlier, if you see a Logi, go ahead, blow it up for the points, or in case enemy SL is going to get a radio down
Okay,
later.
never mind. Because there's a friendly next to it, I don't want to kill him.
You can still destroy Logis with just shooting the engine. It will take a lot more bullets.
Run off at a hospital, so there's plenty of supplies there if something kicks off there.
Next time, resupply church area. I don't know who put that A10 strike.
So this A10 that Commander just put down for this enemy hab, I'm not sure if it's going to be effective or not because it is inside a building. It is partially, the roof is partially open, so I'm not sure if he's able to A10 it or not. Give it airstrike or not.
It's inside.
Guys, run directly into the back door and shoot them.
And if you're going to airstrike enemy hab, make sure you have infantry able to push it.
Only
and,
when you see 3 or more enemies.
not allowing the enemy to rebuild it.
You're going into a target-rich environment.
Hey, Isa, to your
Sneak right up
southwest
on
is a enemy Logi if you want to blow it up again. West.
What's that?
Rock.
Yeah, I guess.
He's hurt.
So like I was saying, field storage is now the new attack flag. Hospital is the new defense. This towers is now locked, meaning no matter how many people you have, it's not able to be captured at all. So always look at the relevant areas, field storage, old hospital.
Hurt. Watch out, enemies 250. Nading.
As infantry, always be more concerned about the hab and proxying the enemy hab. If you have 2 people 20 meters from the hab, you can proxy it all the way up to 80 meters with 8 people.
Nading again.
So always prioritize proxying the enemy hab, killing the enemies around it, and then pushing in.
I might have got him.
I'll wait for medic. Keep on clearing it out.
Son!
I'm coming. Cover me, I'll pick them up.
Keenly, doctor.
So what he was saying, medic pick me up. The medic, I believe it's 8 seconds to pick up a down person. I believe other roles, is it 17 or 18 seconds? Something like that. Plus, like I said earlier, that red icon, the medics can
Head to that
heal you all the way to
southwest.
get rid of the red
Red
icon,
proxy it.
or you
What
have to
if we
wait
show that
1
rock?
minute for that red icon to go away.
Thank you.
My gun's too
He's
heavy,
dead, I
man.
got
I
him.
can't
So
fucking...
this red icon right there.
Lay down first.
Good shit.
Alright, defend a little hospital.
Of course, when you get picked up, if the medic touches you just even for half a second, your stamina will get back up, but your red icon will not go away.
And it needs to get built up.
That's why as medics, you should always heal 100%.
Yeah, that's super father.
Did you get him?
Just occupy a structure and we'll win.
Directly, southwest.
Hey, medic, jump on roof. Jump on top of me, get on roof. Get on roof.
So just this tactic is just getting on the roof, attack from a different angle. They're always going to be expecting us to attack from ground level. So a different angle. Plus I have iron sight. He most likely has a ACOG or some sort of sight.
Down the fields.
Yeah, I'd use all the gun emplacements we can. I'd get a vehicle repair and everything up.
I would advise if you come up to an enemy's body, just to make sure he's dead, either knife him if you're trying to be sneaky or shoot him. Don't trust these kind of stances with dead bodies. He could be playing dead, and that way you could just shoot them just in case they were playing dead.
I'd put barriers in the road and every
With you,
direction
Commander.
except for the northwest.
Oh, they digged it down?
If the dead body was facing up, then of course they're dead, or downed anyways.
Smart enemy team.
So finding where the hab was, I'm not sure either the commander's airstrike worked and killed the hab, or if the enemies dug down their hab or radio and moved it somewhere else so they didn't lose the 20.
This enemy team dig down this hab. They probably moved it. I'm not sure if they dig the radio down. This enemy hab was dig down. They probably moved it, or they dig down the radio.
So in my mindset, if they moved it, the hab, either they dug down the hab all the way or the A10 killed the hab. That doesn't mean that the radio is gone. So if a squad leader was able to put a fob creation up, then it would show this circle like this one, and we can look for the radio if the radio was still alive.
Move to defend with me.
So I'm just going to scout a little bit, try to see if I can find the radio or if they placed a new hab. Remember audio, the radio gives static noises, so try to listen for that. Every time I'm opening the minimap, I'm always looking either for defense, attack, or other enemy icon vehicle marks. So there we just saw BTR. I didn't see that until now, but I do
Enemy
hear...
Logi or some vehicle coming to my east. Logi and Tiger. BTR.
So BTR gives like a heavier engine noise. The Logi...
Where that old faded
high-pitched
Logi mark
noise.
is a BTR and Logi heading north.
And I'm giving wrong callouts. I should be saying Logi BTR east of Hat. Don't say on me. If the squad leader or whoever is not looking at the bottom left to see who's talking, the information will go away. The mic would go away. So just say either your gamer tag or your role.
Hey, switch defense to south.
You want to see if Squad 1 wants any build down there where they are? On the north side of fuel.
So kind of what I was saying, where enemies come from kind of gives you a clue where Habs could be. He came from this general direction. Maybe he has a Hab here. Maybe it's somewhere on the other side. So always look where they come from. See if there's a rally or a Hab. So there I just had an audio cue of a tank, open map, saw a friendly tank coming on my west side. See enemy right there. There's an enemy right across from me. I didn't see him. Right here. So sometimes there is a muzzle flash that kind of gives a clue of where they could be. And sometimes you just have to look for movement.
There's a BTR north of Hat, main road. If you have supplies for a tow, go ahead, put it down. I'll try to pick you up. Probably get killed right now. There was a BTR to the north. Infantry on the south and southeast. Start moving north when you get picked up.
They're spawning, they're attacking.
Infantry east.
And I am surprised I won that gunfight. If that guy had an optic,
I don't have a bandage.
which most likely he did, he should have won that gunfight.
Yep, enemy Hab accurate. Enemy Hab accurate to the south of Old Hospital.
So, of course, I saw that a couple seconds ago, and I decided on my last few seconds of life, I'm going to make sure that enemy Hab mark was accurate.
Put up some machine gun bunkers.
The SL should be creating the fob creation on the enemy Hab, so it can be looking for a radio.
Stuff, so we get a
Whenever you find enemy Hab, always push it as quick as possible, so they don't spawn enough troops to capture the flag.
Netting.
And of course, on defense, you want to have other players looking in each direction in case the enemy was to get a Hab up somewhere else.
One of them ran southwest.
This team did a pretty good job. They got 2 extra spawn points on the north side, just in case the primary Hab went down.
There's a couple running southwest.
Watch out, radio or Hab.
Proxied already.
So if you're not in the blue circle, you will see a red X over the Hab. That can mean either 2 things. The Hab is either being proxied or there's someone on the radio digging it down. And when you're in the blue circle, on the top left, it will show you the radio health or
Our spawn's under siege.
Hab overrun. I think you'll say Hab under siege. So there it is. This yellow circle coming up, that means it was proxied. If the squad leader probably killed them off, we know it's not the radio because the blue circle came back up. Another side note is defense flags have this blue icon under the flag, and that can help show whether there's enemies capping the flag or not.
I got 2 of them on our hab.
Nice.
Do you need help at the hab?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got way too many in the south.
So if you know the hab was just proxied, it's best to either look the other way or to head to a different direction in case the enemies flank from a different area from that south hab. Always be cautious. Either the hab's about to get overrun again.
Hey, enemy hab to the south. Enemy hab.
So I'm just giving call out to this Humvee. That way he could potentially go to the south and help
To the south.
take out the hab faster, easier for us.
I just dropped supplies off to the northwest of the hospital in case you need
Go
us
back
fall
to move mark.
So kind of what the squad leader was saying, he just put an ammo crate. Always best to get as much ammo crates on the edge of the circle. That way, if we were off, we can get to the edge of the circle with the ammo crate faster than going to where the hab would be. And of course, we have 4,000 construction. You could put as much ammo crates as he needs. So of course, I'm flanking around. I never attack from a straight direction. You always want to be flanking around just in case other enemies are flanking around or potentially get the enemy hab down.
Extra ammo crates down around hospital too.
We got 3 of them.
Doctor, are they close on you?
Maybe. There's a BTR headed across the pond.
There's some on the southwest side as well. Infantry on this alley.
If you have not done so already, I recommend switching the Q and the E key over. That way leaning and moving is easier for you. You can tell when it's needed to bandage when you have this red screen. If you're shot and you don't have the red screen, then you most likely don't need to bandage. That way you can keep pushing instead of the enemies will know where your location is. If you weren't bleeding, having like a heavy bleed right now, you could potentially move further and then bandage yourself. If your stamina, example, was 100% and it started draining really quick with you doing nothing, that means you are about to die.
Southwest of blue circle, there is infantry push.
So on the minimap, we saw an engineer close to the hab right there, and they are proxying it. And I don't know if you're able to hear or not, but there is tracks somewhere to this east. I hear tracks. And so the tank just took
Like
out our
Armour on this
Humvee.
enemy hab. Enemy armor on this enemy hab.
So whenever you're able to dig enemy hab down one stage where the roof is off, the enemies cannot spawn. So just dig enough where the hab roof is off. If you had 2 or 3 guys, have the one guy dig the hab and the other 2, depending how many teammates you have nearby, have the other one off. Example, if there's two guys, have another guy off maybe 20 meters and defend the digger. Try not to cluster up. So the engineer just put a C4 down. I don't think C4s are able to... I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but I don't think C4s are able to destroy HABs anymore. You either have to shovel it or put your C4 on the radio to effectively kill the HABs.
I got him.
So if you are ever needed for ranging, if I was FTO, I can easily put a mark down, and then I can judge it by either asking the SL to put a move mark down or judge it by the map. So if the tank was right here, you could kind of use grid lines. You got your measurements right here. You could kind of give a reference to where you need to aim.
Take mark, semi-accurate.
On my observe, there's something in that area. I just can't see around the corner to do anything about it.
Oh, I see the radio. Anyone give me Charlie leader? I can mark this radio. It is down one stage, so they can't spawn right now. Or no, it's actually active. Never mind.
So there is a way with AT you can hit the bottom of the radio and it will destroy it down one stage.
Should be
Or
down
close
one
enough where you can just do like 1 or 2 shovels and then it's down one stage. Unless
They're on you.
unless they changed that in the game already. But you would have to aim towards the bottom of the radio, not the top.
I am out of AT rockets. I'm gonna try to dig this radio down.
So 2 things I'm looking for. See if the enemies are redigging the hab, or
What?
if there's enemies somewhere near this radio.
Over here.
If there was an enemy squad leader competent enough, he could get a rally somewhere away from the hab. That way there's just another angle of attack. Never expect your hab to survive. Always have different spawn points around, either for defense or attack.
Sounds like tank pushing in the east side of the hospital.
So even though the hab is down, we still need to dig the radio down for the 20 tickets.
I think I took 2 down east, 95.
Hey, someone needs to be in the observation post over here.
So, my opinion, you should always be pushing enemy habs, either by flanking. Never just sit on the flag. If the enemies were able to push you and you were to die, your hab to get proxied, then the enemies could capture the flag. Of course, we have these other 2 habs, but generally, when you're on defense, let's get rid of this right now. Try to get off the flag, meet the enemies off the flag about 100 meters or so. That way, if you die, you can spawn again and then meet them before they're on the flag zone. If you see enemy hab, attack it quickly so they don't spawn enough forces. Don't just be waiting for enemies to push you. You need to be pushing them.
Let's defend Old House.
So I'm just digging down, also scanning, make sure there's any infantry about to push me. On the radio, if you see the top of the radio go down, that means the hab is cannot be spawned in. If you ever find the hab, the radio before the hab. So there is a guy right here, I just noticed. So as FTLs, SLs, always
That
keep
radio is
marking
still
the map,
active. It is down
accurate
here.
marks. And like I'm saying, I totally disagree with this, waiting for the enemies to push you, even if they're in the MG nest or observation towers. You should always be moving off flag. Plus, you should not be clustering together. And plus, this whole northern east side is not covered at all if enemies were to flank you.
If someone has an angle, just make sure they don't build it up.
So one thing also is we are not relevant at all. This whole fight, even though we could gain the 20 tickets from the radio, Old Hospital is not relevant. It's back to towers and to fuel storage.
There was infantry on the west of me and to the south. Near the radio, infantry.
If you go down, it's good to go down. You can still give information. You can hear footsteps or vehicles nearby, and you can relay that to your squad mates. So don't automatically click that
the river,
give up button.
Tell that lad there's in the river.
Just wait for a medic or someone to pick you up.
Dason to your southeast, they're coming up.
Yeah, I'm getting up first.
Nade. He's still in the pond.
Yeah, I see him.
Let's get rid of this radio.
There's still infantry in the pond near the radio.
Yeah, we're gonna go kill him.
One guy, 120 southeast.
I got him.
Nice. Just take the radio down. Don't worry about me. Get the radio down.
So the reason I was saying that, it's more important to kill the 20 tickets than to save the potential 1 ticket. Plus, when you go down, you have like 5 minutes
Keenly, if you
of
can,
bleed out,
pick me up to your south.
and there's enough friendlies around. Of course, it depends on the situation, whether the bleed out timer or if you need the other person for security.
East in the complex of buildings.
So as FTL SLs, always be marking the map. Let the other teammates know what's happening.
I have time. Go ahead and heal up Doctor first.
So I was just saying healing up Doctor first. Even though his red icon may have went away by now, he's still one shot. Meaning if he falls, I believe, or he gets hurt, whatever, gets shot, he's going to go get down again. Not dead, but down. And plus he has no stamina when you get picked up and you don't get healed by a medic. That means he has a optic sway and
Nice.
He can't hold his breath for steady shots.
Alright guys, the rest of us, let's go south.
So if you're a medic and you have to decide between either full healing a person or picking up, if the down person has enough time, you can give full health to your
Medic's on his way. They're
teammates
good.
first.
Medic's on his way.
Alright.
So one of my opinions is try to create as much halves as you can. It is risk and the potential of losing the 20 tickets each fob, but it's about to show what happens when you have enough fob placements. And if the enemies aren't smart enough to kill these fobs,
Hey, Matt Hunter. watch
you
your
could
northeast. They just north
help
of
win the game later on. So such in the sense of these two fobs here for defense and this fob right here, later on it will help for the new attack flag.
Hey, Matt Hunter. Watch your northeast. They just north to Hab. Thank you.
Cop.
You could walk, and the medic will be able to heal you while you walk. Just don't be sprinting. And right here, I should have asked the squad leader to put an ammo crate somewhere on the south side. Like I was saying, get ammo crates on the edge of the circle so we don't need to be running all the way back to the hab.
You're good on the east detachment?
I'm keep building things up since we got the build here. Trying to block off all the roads or do something to on the roads.
I hear an enemy truck. Enemy Tiger on the road, on the railway.
So I see we neutralize towers right now, and as I was saying, on the bottom of the defense flag, we just had a friendly die, but on the defense flag, the blue circle is still 100%, meaning the enemies either don't have enough cappers or they're not on the flag right now. So if you neutralize the attacking flag, and then example, if you're 25 on your side, then you could essentially leave your defense flag and all these guys can be ready to move to the next area. If you're, example, positive 25% on your side of capping after the neutralize, then even if the enemies get on the zone for fuel storage, if you're already capping on your side for the attack flag, they cannot decap fuel storage in time for double neutral. Of course, could depend whether these cappers on towers get wiped out, then you could lose fuel storage. But with enough people on the map, as we saw, we should be able to get towers. So if I was squad leader, I would just be calling out for fuel storage to start moving off right now. And of course, these guys should be pushing this enemy hab. Get those 20 tickets. So there, we just saw the red for the defense flag, just for a second though. If they were to start the decapping of our defense, it wouldn't matter anyways. They would not capture, or they would not neutralize by the time we captured towers.
Let's attack them on towers. Follow Bravo.
So as AT, I'm either deciding either to help kill these armor or to get on the zone and capture towers. It just depends on the situation you're in. But usually it's probably more important to get the flag captured.
Hang on one
Just
second,
try to get
my
on
dog
zone,
just
guys.
got sick.
Let's try to get towers quickly before we lose defense. Get on zone.
Keep it up.
Nice.
We're almost
So it's possible that the enemies were still on this irrelevant area or over here, and of course you see their armor on the south side. So what's about to happen is we're about to capture the next flag pretty easily. I don't think they had any contact on the next flag. And like I was saying earlier, that hab close to train depot or train inspection.
I marked him on the Charlie.
If you know you're about to die,
He's like
if you're
third floor
FTL, go ahead and
on
mark
Charlie,
it.
west side of towers. GL's west,
Yeah,
infantry
he's right
mark.
outside the building. He's literally right outside the building somewhere. I walked out the door and immediately got dropped, and it was close.
West buildings, west building.
So another thing is kind of thing like hot zones again. If you had enemies on our old hospital, they may be coming from here. This enemy hab, they may be coming back from over here. And of course, armor coming from over here. So it kind of gives you an idea of where you should be looking for when you're on defense.
Friendly coming down.
Or the new defense, where the enemies could be coming from. So I'm about to decide to spawn on this hab right here to help on train inspection. When you're going to capture an enemy flag, you need at least 3 teammates to start the cap if there are no enemies on the zone. If there is enemies on the zone, then you need 1 more body than the enemy. So example, if they had 5, then you need 6 cappers. Be careful, enemy vehicles usually use this railroad right here coming from Maine. This bridge right here. Lodgies cannot pass this first river bridge, but they can be crossing this next river. Lodgies can go through. So also think about your tickets. If you're under 100 tickets, tell your squad and your team to start conserving tickets. Tell them if they go down, do not click the give up button. Wait for medic or the timer to go out. If you had vehicles, go ahead, try to rescue them so the enemies don't blow them up. It is possible, I heard that if you are down, and if you're, example, say you're on the last 10 tickets and you're down already, if you quit the game, I heard that you lose the ticket. So just wait until the game ends. There are some times where the games do end pretty close, example, under 10 tickets. So always just wait until the end of the game.
Nice.
So there we are. We got the chevron. We're starting to cap.
We're taking train station now. Yep, with you. Did y'all find radio yet?
So radio's right here, but if you did not find radio, get your guys to dig down the hab 1 stage where the roof is off, and then start looking for radio.
Radio's over here. Radio's over here. Don't worry about the radio. Don't worry about hab. To the radio.
So it's best if you had an engineer, of course, let the engineer kill the radio. And if you don't have an engineer, then have 1 digger or 2, depending on how many defenders you can have. Have these other guys defend the door so the enemies don't come in and wipe us if we're digging the radio.
Just let me dig. Y'all cover the doors. Y'all cover the doors. It's fine. Digging the radio on train station. Or train inspection, I mean.
This is the second unattended hab I've come across.
So kind of what this guy's saying, it was unattended, undefended, probably meaning the whole enemy team, what I was saying earlier, overextended. They're still on these areas pushing this flag, and they didn't have enough defenders for train. Remember, if you're on the attack flag, still have 360 visual defend from every direction in case enemies came back.
Bleeding out. Nice job.
So I don't think anything happens. I think a vehicle comes out from their main, and that's pretty much it.
That one needs bag.
I'm gonna spawn man, try to boost me fast forward.
Oh, you're good, you're good. Don't worry
We
about
got 610 now. Join us.
it. Be sure to stay... If you're near a train, be sure to stay on the flag to cap it.
So kind of what I was saying, it's more important to capture the flag in case we were to lose our defense flag. And I think right there, the light pole just stopped the rocket.
There's a tank in front of you.
So see the blue circle, the blue bar going down. Of course, we already neutralized and capping train, so this is really not necessary anymore. You could try to stall the defense, but we're going to win anyways. Just depends on
We are
the cap.
90% on train. We're going to win this game. We don't need to worry about towers. We're going to get it before the towers. Need a rifleman. Need rifleman.
I got it.
Come downstairs.
I'm up here. Fuck, I got absolutely fucked up.
So I believe this was their last flag. Once you capture all the flags for, I think, AAS and RAAS, they're on a 60-minute bleed. 60-second bleed. So it's pretty much game over.
Oh, chill. Everyone move off towers, head east.
It's like fish
Only
in a
train
barrel.
inspections relevant, and they're on the 60-minute bleed, I believe.
And get stuck right here, get killed by whatever that is. And game's over anyways.
Okay.
So at the end, don't care too much about the scoreboard, what it shows on the score. Don't worry about that. You could care about your deaths, but you want to be more focused of what you did for your team, whether you captured the flags, killed radios, saved vehicles, whatever ticket amounts.